On the board there, the target for Coventry, 98 runs to win this last game of the British indoor season. The National League, which has been fought for over the course of the winter months, and now climaxes here at Villa Park, the home of the champions-elect. The situation is this: after their batting performance, Stumps, to win the league, need the 2 bonus points, which can be achieved by 10 wickets. So they can still technically lose the game, but win the league on bonus points. So it's crucial that Stumps get wickets. Coventry really want to win this one. And fizz from Neil Radford. And is that a good ball? I'm just checking the score because Pat Edwards can... Yes, he's called a wide for height there. Now, I had a word with Sanjay. Neil Radford, by the way, opening the bowling, if you hadn't noticed, for the Stump side. And the opening batting pair for Coventry, Sanjay Pabari, the skipper, and Darren Reck, the non-strike at the moment. To put you in the picture, talking to Sanjay earlier, he fancies having a dart at Neil Radford. That's what he said. Apparently, he hit him for a mighty 6 down at Coventry, and will be quite happy to do that again, believe me. So Coventry, 4 runs on the board already. Neil Radford, the bowler, gets a lot of pace off this wicket. And Darren Reck wisely decided to play the ball down in front of him. These genuine outdoor pacemen get a fearsome amount of lift off this indoor track. As you saw there, Darren Reck had no idea where that one was. Thought twice about playing it around the corner. He's quite happy to tell his skipper, well, I'm still here, aren't I? Still surviving. No harm done. And again, whoops, as David Leatherdale pats the ball onto the batsman's body. No harm done again. Darren Reck lives to tell the tale for the 3rd occasion. Oh, and that could have been the first wicket for Stumps. Asif Din digging the ball out the corner. The batsman in 2 minds then. But the final ball of this first over to come. I'm sure that Darren Reck will be happy to see the back of Neil Radford. And another humdinger of a ball there. So 8 balls is 4. So it's David Leatherdale to bowl the 2nd over for Stumps. The Coventry skipper Sanjay Pabari on strike. And again, a safe stroke. David Leatherdale, a very fine netman on the offside for Stumps. Protects that net as if it were his own. Now this could be problems. Richard Stumps, left arm throw, astray there. And Sanjay Pabari gets away with a close one. Pat Edwards decides that's wide on the leg side. A very close decision. But bearing in mind the smallness of the target. Asif Din pouncing on that one, preventing the bonus run, in fact, preventing any run whatsoever. So Coventry looks like they've decided to play a fairly safe game here. He didn't know an awful lot about that one, did Darren Reck. Looking for the wide, but not getting it. It reared off a length pretty viciously. So Coventry are going to poke and prod their way to victory. That seems to be the battle plan. Not out at either end. Total confusion there. And Dominic Osler reacting very fast on the leg side net there. And in fact, the final outcome was a run, a single to Coventry. Could very easily been the first wicket down. Mike Gatting calls the troops to order. Sanjay Pabari, solid right-hand bat. And his partner, the other partner in this opening combination for Coventry, a leg side closes that 2nd over. So a bit hit and miss as far as stumps are concerned. 2 overs down, no wickets. Coventry in a comfortable position with the score on 11, with the third over to come. So the third bowler for stumps will be the keeper, and the Warwickshire keeper, Keith Piper. So I would suggest that stumps need to get in amongst the wickets fairly quickish. Mike Gatting, the temporary keeper. And a good first ball from Keith Piper. And a superb blow from Sanjay Babari into the back net. 5 runs. Just the sort of tonic his team need at the start of their innings. A good solid start to build on. Oh, and Darren Reck nearly played on. Things certainly not going stumps' way at the moment. Not one dismissal as we enter the halfway stage of the third over. Wickets crucial. That's a catch. Oh, and again the ball falling just short of Asif Din. Any other day that would have been pouched. So Darren Reck having some slightly dodgy moments. Skipper trying to keep him calm. And another good ball down the leg stump. 3 balls to come then in this third stumps over. Not a wicket in sight still. And the Coventry tactics paying off at the moment. Just hit and run, prod and run, play it safe. And no risks. That's down now this. Oh, what a mistake! What a mistake. Darren Reck out of his ground. Wild throw to the bowler's end. Neil Radford couldn't take it one-handed. The result, no wicket for stumps. So it really is nervy times out there. So Sanjay Babari does the sensible thing, defends the last ball of the over from Keith Piper. He looks pleased. Stumps emerge from the huddle. Yes, Sanjay Babari looks to see his bowling next. And the score as we enter the fourth over, Coventry an unblemished 18. And so to bowl, Neil Radford already to bowl his second over. Obviously fancies a crack at Sanjay Babari. And the feeling is mutual, believe me. And a vicious lifting ball off the length there from Neil Radford. That would have been a good ball indoors or outdoors, come to think of it. And Darren Reck has not exactly taken a liking to the bowling of Neil Radford. Seems happy to survive. And that's the catch. And that's out at long last. Stumps get the wicket that they have been looking for 3 overs off the top net. Dominic Ostler it was. Grabbed the ball as it plummeted earthwards. And Darren Reck gave the catch. The skipper has a quick word with him. Keep him out. I would imagine that he's advising him just to keep Neil Radford out. He has had problems with him, this extra pace. Ooh, it could so easily have been a second. Sanjay Babari looking for the second for the bonus run there, but Darren Reck was, I think, quite relieved to get down to the non-striker's end. So 1 down, 9 to go as far as stumps are concerned when it goes towards these 2 bonus points that they require for the league title, as I have been informed. And another great ball from Neil Radford. Moving away from the batsman, totally unplayable. And Keith Piper taking that up by his right ear somewhere. So this is the last over of genuine pace from the stumps team. Foot fault called. So 2 scored on a foot fault, which is pretty careless. Neil Radford bowls. A steamer, and a great piece of keeping. That's the essence of keeping indoors, to return the ball to the non-striker's end as fast as you can with an arm like a baseball pitcher. Mike Gatting, the top netminder for stumps. Enormous pair of hands. Mike Gatting has. One of his has enveloped two of mine at one time. And this is the last ball for this first batting pair for Coventry, with a job well done. Slow but steady. And providing there's no more disasters, and that ball cut Darren Reck in half. Gives a fond farewell to the umpire. They'll be pleased with that. As the slightly derisory tone of Ray Charles rises from the music end of the home supporters, Sanjay Babari and Darren Reck hit the road as the next batting pair, the Thorpe brothers Spencer and Grant, arrived to bat. The score on 18. And it looks like Damien D'Oliveira is about to bowl the first over of spin. The stumps lineup today bristling with spinners. It has three high-quality spinners within their lineup. The temptation is always to have a dart at a spinner. Very dangerous thing to do. If you're out of your ground, the keeper will have you. Careless shot, the netman will have you. An attempt for the back net could prove disastrous. So discretion the better part of valour for Grant Thorpe on strike, the younger of the two Thorpe boys. Into the corner off the edge. David Leatherdale, the fielder there. And so that brings up his brother Spencer, 3 years older at 21. Both right-hand bats. And Damien D'Oliveira bowling off breaks, getting a fair bit of turn there off the track. As I mentioned in the first innings, the indoor ball is not a long way removed from his outdoor cousin. Slightly softer, slightly different composite. And a great ball. Oh, and a nifty bit of fielding again from Keith Piper. The ball down at the non-striker's end in a flash. Mike Gatting guarding the stumps. 20 the score. The target 98 to win. Safe single for Spencer. I think it's fair to say at this point in time that their father, Steve Thorpe, is the manager of the Coventry team and also has sired these two fine players. Both England trialists this year, at the perfect age at 18 and 21 to develop with the sport, which is still fairly new. At this level, very exciting, very competitive, very watchable, as I'm sure you'll find it. Two and a sneak. Oh, that's what it's all about. Clumsy, clumsy fielding from the stumps team. That one run could be decisive. It was proved at Wellingborough last week in the vital game, which stumps won by a couple of runs on the last ball. That could be a catch. But the ball just not landing right for the stumps team. It fell between D'Oliveira and Gatting. And so the batsmen consider how to attack the bowling. The score 25 off 6 as we enter the sixth over. The run rate required at 81. Marginally down on the run rate required at the start of the innings. But the pacing not too difficult with a target of 97 to achieve. The main thing, to keep accumulating runs and not to lose wickets, the wickets that stumps so desperately need. Only one in the bag so far as we enter the sixth. Mike Gatting to bowl and Grant Thorpe on strike. Very fine keeper, plays for the Warwickshire Cricket Club under-19s, surrounded by his illustrious colleagues here from Warwickshire in the form of Dominic Ostler, Keith Piper and Asif Din, from that remarkable NatWest winning team of last summer. At the very end, that fine match down at Lord's, which Asif Din received so much acclaim for. In his benefit year at Warwickshire this year, again the batsmen are deciding to mix discretion with aggressiveness. The brothers used to playing together. Now that's a wicket. Oh, a fine piece of work from Dominic Ostler, picking up that leg side push And Grant Thorpe unable to make his ground. -5, but more crucially, that is the second wicket. The Stumps have now achieved towards these bonus points required. 2 bonus points, that means 10 wickets, and the total of points from the season should then win them the title. Grant Thorpe on strike. Mike Gatting has really come on in the indoor game, his usual pugnacity, tenacity, professionalism. When things have looked rocky for Stumps, he and Asif Din, 2 experienced outdoor professionals, have rallied the side and made the younger players fight to the last ball. Again, another quick piece on the nets there from Dominic Ostler in his usual position on the leg side near net. Very important fielding position on either side of the batting crease. Asif Din occupying a point position there. The faster the return to the keeper, the more chance of the run out. So the last ball from Mike Gatting's first over. The Middlesex skipper will be delighted with his winter's work. It's a great way of keeping fit for the outdoor professionals as well in these cold winter months, which we are now emerging from. The last ball defended there by Spencer Thorpe, and the Warwickshire, Worcestershire, Yorkshire, Middlesex amalgamation of players discussed the situation. 25 scored, the run rates inching up slightly to .90, a long way to go. Indoor cricket, so many twists and turns during the 16 overs the batting side has to face. And it looks like we're in for some left-arm spin with Richard Stemp, the Yorkshire spinner. He spent a season down at Worcester before transferring to Yorkshire, and in fact spent a season playing, I think I'm right in saying, for Sheffield indoors before returning to his home team of Stumps. The guiles of the spinner much appreciated by the home supporters. They see some fine leg spin bowling from Asif Din every week. Richard Stemp, a regular in the Stumps team as well. So, oh, David Leatherdale walked through that one. And the sneak again, a very, very sloppy piece of fielding. Mike Gatting glares down the track at the offending fielder. I'm not too sure. It wasn't me, Gov, says David Leatherdale. Me, says Asif Din. Possibly, I don't know. I think I'm dreaming. Every run important. Ooh. Grant Thorpe dives for safety, makes his ground. Putting a fair bit of pace on the ball, Richard Stemp, not giving him much air, not a big target to defend though, so you can't afford to give the batsman a juicy half volley to whack down the stadium for the big 6 net at the far end. So bowling pretty well off cutters at the moment, a fair bit of pace on it. The batsman prodding and pushing away into the corners. 30 on the board. Ostler there with another chance for a run out, just missed the ball with his hand, trying to scoop the ball off the floor in one motion to Keith Piper, and Spencer Thorpe made his ground. Final ball from Richard Stemp's first over. And again the Coventry batsman adopting the tactic of defending the last ball.